Engage.
What's up, everybody? This is Winners Don't Use Drugs, episode 94. I'm Zach, here with Nolan.
Good morning.
Morning. We have no Darius today because he's out frolicking in the Great Lakes of Minnesota.
Cool.
Is that how you... Isn't that where all the lakes are?
Yeah, Minnesota, I think.
Yeah. So you got me and Nolan, the two more boring people on the show.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that.
Nah, Darius, he had better things to do apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on camera again for once.
It's good to have you back.
I had to actually dress today. Normally I'm naked off camera.
More or less, yeah. I mean, hey, I am too. A lot of times when I get up, like today, I got to meet somebody after this, so I'm actually dressed. But I joked about that at the last little networking thing I had. You know, the best thing about being able to work from home is most days I'm just in my, not really underwear, but, you know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much in whatever
in.
Yeah. A shirt and some kind of shorts or something. Sometimes my underwear. And then the worst thing is when somebody wants a Zoom call. It's like, crap.
Yeah, put a shirt on.
I'm going to go put a shirt on, wash my face, and brush my hair. And So
we didn't have a whole lot of news this week, but actually we had a lot of fighting game news.
Yeah.
We had we had Grand Blue
Fantasy versus Rising.
That's a mouthful.
Open beta for it.
Same with the Tekken 8 crossplay beta, right?
Yes. Crossplay beta was this past weekend.
You said you played the Grand Blue?
I played the Grand Blue for a grand total of 1 hour. Right at the end, the last hour of it, I finally got in there. So
and you had people rage quitting on you.
Yeah.
And it was just the last.
It's the last hour. It's like, what? Come on, man! I'm just trying to get a match in. But no, it was Grand Blue. I know there was new systems, and I tried to learn some of the new systems as fast as I could, but I never really got a chance to really use them. I kept doing one thing on mistake. I still don't know how I was doing it. All I know is that the screen turned blue, and she did like an altered version of one of her moves. So if somebody can tell me what that is, that would be.
The whole screen turned blue?
Well, like I did. And then there was a thing, if you hit triangle and circle and then hit it again, it was like a guard break, and you can do like a combo after. I kept trying to do they have like a basically a burst type of deal. Like when you're blocking, I forgot what the command was, but you'll basically break whatever combo you're stuck in. And apparently you're able to attack after that, but I was never able to do it. I don't know why it never came out, but whatever that blue thing was that I kept doing on mistake. And then I tried to do the armor break a couple of times, but it never worked. Either they always saw it coming or I just missed. So
I don't know, I never got into Grand Blue. It came out like what, a week or two before COVID?
Yes. Yeah. In America, it sure did, because we had it at Pensacon.
Yep.
But we were playing the Asian version.
Were we?
Yeah, because the Asian version came out a month before it came out over here.
Oh.
So the official launch of it in America was about a week before COVID. Before everything shut down.
Yeah.
But we did have it at Pensacon. That's why it was kind of a big deal. So we kind of had the pre-launch version of it. So yeah,
I just never got into it. Because when COVID hit and we all went into quarantine, everything shut down.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, got like super big back into Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
And played that pretty much the entire time of quarantine. So I didn't really touch anything else.
Yeah, I don't know what it was about Grand Blue. I always thought it was fun, but I just got bored with it always so quick.
Yeah.
Because it was so simple. This one has some more stuff in it, I feel like, but the auto combos still kind of work the same. No matter which button you start it with, it'll always end the same.
Isn't it supposed to be simple? I wouldn't say like exactly like modern controls in Street Fighter, but isn't like special move and like left, right?
Well, they always had that. You could do,
I mean. Like, you
could do a simple control.
Hadouken or anything like that.
Yeah, so you could do a simple control for those moves, or you can do like quarter circle, charge back forward stuff like that. In the last game,
like a similar like classic modern type thing.
Yeah, and in the last game, the recharge. So it's like skills is what they are, And like every time you use one, it has to recharge. There's like a cooldown for
Kind
it.
of like DNF. Well, no, I guess DNF use like a mana bar.
Yeah, they use the mana bar, yeah. But this one, each skill that you had
has
a
a
cooldown. Yeah.
That's weird. Almost
And
like a MOBA.
Yeah. So the cooldown was longer if you did the short command forward. So if you just did like forward and the special button to do the
simple moves.
Yeah, the cooldown would be longer than if you did like the motion forward, and it didn't hurt as much. In this game, though, I believe the cooldown is still longer if you do it that way, but it does the exact same amount of damage. So some folks aren't very happy about that, and they only just announced that like last week. So it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Well, you can't do it as often. How much longer is the cooldown?
I mean, it's not that much longer of a cooldown, really. Because I mean, obviously they want you to be able to do
like example,
moves.
like a move is normally what, 3-4 seconds?
Like if you do the motion, I would say maybe 2.
And how much of the simple?
And then maybe another second.
That's a 50% increase.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, I never sat there and counted. I just, I was just doing stuff. And sometimes a move wouldn't come out, and I realized,
it's on
the cooldown. Yeah, the cooldown.
I don't know if I could handle that. I can handle the mana bar was easy enough because,
Yeah.
Is there a visual indication on the cooldown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every character has 3 skills, at least 3 skills. So you can see them up under your life bar.
Oh.
And whenever you use it, it grays out, and then the little thing fills up.
Okay.
So you can see it if you're paying any mind to it. You can look up and see, I'd like if you use it EX, it takes a longer time to even.
So there's no spamming fireballs.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I personally don't use like spamming fireballs, but it's like a zoning tactic. I mean,
well, I don't use a fireball character, so.
You know what? I generally don't either.
I don't care for that. But yeah, otherwise, even I know folks say it looks the same, and it's one of those things. If you put them side by side, one of them is clearly an upgrade, but it looks the same. It's the same style, but now it's in 4K because it's on the newer systems, and and there's better lighting and shading and all of that stuff. But it's more or less the same game. There are some system mechanic stuff that you'd have to talk to somebody who's more of a Grand Blue expert than I am.
So this is an actual. Are they releasing this as an actual new game?
Basically,
so I know when it was first talking about like an expansion almost.
I mean, it's almost like Super Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
It's going to have all the characters from Grand Blue, the last one, including all the DLC, like at launch. That's my understanding anyway. Supposed to have all those characters and then add some more to it.
So it's like almost like DLC. Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
Where it added a bunch of characters. And
yeah.
Isn't that when they added the extra Ultras as well?
I believe that was Arcade Edition.
Which was the one right before that, right?
Yeah. So, but no, I feel like it's definitely, I mean, just the amount of characters that's going to be in it. I know they're going to have like a Fall Guys type of mode in it too.
What?
Which is going to be kind of weird. Yeah, I remember they talked about it a long time ago, where you basically your little avatars that you use to play the multiplayer. You sit down at the arcade machine, wait for somebody. Right. Yeah, but now you can do other stuff with the avatars. And when they showed it, I was like, "What is this, Fall Guys?" So they hadn't talked about that in a while, but I presume it's still in the game, and I presume it's still going to have the story mode, a story mode like the last game, which I hope it does, because that was actually one of the highlights of the last game to me, anyway. Always like other stuff to do besides playing the fighting game. If you put a video game in the fighting game, thumbs up.
Did you ever finish World Tour? I know, a completely different game.
Oh yeah, I did. I need to go back and do some of the post game stuff. Actually, I need to go find Rashid in it, so I can kill him there too.
Oh, because they added him into World Tour.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yep. I want to see what his part of the story.
I keep forgetting that all their DLC characters are going to integrate into World Tour.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his story isn't too integral to the overarching story of World Tour, unless he's. I don't know. I guess I'll see. But I presume Ed and possibly even Aki will have more importance to the actual story Rashid and Akuma does. You know, Akuma's just going to show up and is like, I want to kill something. So
yeah, he's pretty narrow-minded.
Although this is post Street Fighter 3 Akuma, so he's not as evil. We'll see.
He just wants to fight somebody.
Yeah, he just wants to fight now. Not necessarily kill the strongest that he can find. Now he just wants to fight him. Unless he changed back. He still got the main.
Does he kind of go through like the Vegeta story arc?
Kind of, sort of. At some point between Street Fighter 2 and 3, probably after 4, or actually I guess after 5 now. At some point he mellowed out because that's supposed to be a story in 3 that him and Ryu had some kind of climactic battle and he gave up his evil ways and now he just fights for fun, more or less. But we'll see.
Did you play any of the Tekken beta?
No. I didn't get in.
Oh.
My streak has ended. I got into almost every closed beta that I've tried to get into, I've gotten into. Except for this one. I didn't get into it.
I watched a little bit of it. It looked pretty good.
I didn't even get a chance to watch any of it this weekend. I saw some of it.
I saw the previous weekend.
The PS5.
Or the previous beta, not this weekend though.
Yeah. And this one was the cross play beta.
It looks good. It looks like Tekken. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's Tekken through and through.
I mean, I know a lot of folks. I did hear some complaints that the heat stuff, all the heat effects there's like way too much of it. It's like you can't see what's going on behind it.
What do you need to see behind it?
It's just too much on the screen. Like some folks say, Street Fighter 6 is the same way. You know,
right.
all the green and the blues and the reds and all that stuff, and it's like. I don't personally, it doesn't mess with me that much. And I hadn't seen enough of Tekken 8, like, you know, high level play to really see if it's really that distracting. But that's like the number one complaint I've heard is like, calm down the heat effects, please. And then some folks are apparently saying that the combos are too long. There was like touch of death combos and stuff like that, which, you know, the game ain't out till next spring at the earliest. So. Yeah. They got time to adjust all of that. And I believe they said they were going to take a look at adjusting the heat effects. But, yeah, otherwise I would have loved, I wish I could have watched it. I wanted to find somebody who played June.
I've never really been into Tekken. But I'm also not that big into 3D fighters. Except for I did like when they re-released Virtual Fighter was it 2 years ago now?
Yeah.
I've always liked Virtual Fighter, but I really got into that for a little bit.
That game is just really good.
I wish they would actually make a new one.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
Is Sega going to be an Evo?
I don't know. They may announce something. It's about time.
Maybe Tokyo Game Show. Everyone thought they were going to announce something at Tokyo Game Show last year because the VF team was going to be there. I was like, oh my God, is this it? Is this it? Are we finally going to get it? No, they announced that there was going to be a Virtua Fighter 5 like league or something. It's like,
what about 6?
Okay. Wait, you going to announce 6 during that right now? No. So we'll see. There's Gamescom and then there's Tokyo Game Show after. So
something did get announced this weekend. We have a new fighting game announced this weekend. I thought it was a weird announcement based off of the first one because I didn't think the first one did as well. But they announced a new Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl.
Yeah. So I think the first one did pretty good. It wasn't like a blockbuster or nothing, but I think it did well.
I felt like it had hype for that first week it was out, and then you didn't hear anything else.
Yeah. That was pretty much it. I feel like everybody who was going to buy that game bought it.
Yeah.
And then that was it. Freaking Squidward. Which I was like, wait, he wasn't in the last one?
Oh, is he not?
No.
Oh, okay.
So how did you not put Squidward in this game?
They put handsome Squidward in this one. Well, I guess it looks like he can like transform into handsome.
Yeah.
Squidward.
But no, I mean, they already had most of the assets. All they had to do was add a couple of characters, do the voice acting and stuff from the jump. And I think it's like, hey, it's worth a shot. Give it one more try. Updated the models and everything. It does look better.
So are all the characters from the first one in here?
I see a lot of them.
What turtles were in the first one? Wasn't it? Because there's only like
Leonardo and Donatello.
No, I think it was Leo and Mike, right?
I never actually played it, so I don't know.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it was Leo and Mike, and they've shown Raph in this trailer already.
Okay. So it might be all 4 of them.
Hopefully.
Danny Phantom, is he new or was he in the last one?
He was in the last one.
Okay. Because it was 2 new characters they announced, right? Yeah, and Jimmy Neutron.
He wasn't in the last one?
No.
He seems like he would be in the last.
Yeah, it's like really? He wasn't in the last one either.
So they had Squidward and Jimmy Neutron so far.
Yep.
I'm assuming there's going to be more.
I'm a little upset I hadn't seen Ren and Stimpy yet.
They were in the last one.
I know, but
I'm
just saying I just hadn't seen them. Kind of scared.
Oh, if they don't,
because I had every intention of playing the game. Matter of fact, I think I own this game. I just never played it.
I think when I played a little bit of it when it first came out.
Mm-hmm.
I think I played mostly as Reptar.
Okay.
So it's like one of my favorite characters, which is funny because he's actually not.
He's a character within a
universe.
Yeah. But I mean, you can't have infants fighting on here, right?
Right.
So
you need some kind of Rugrat.
Yeah.
Representation. They should have put Tommy's dad.
Oh yeah. There's still time, maybe. Was there a release date announced?
I don't think there is a release date. At least not in this trailer. It may have came out and said the release date. Let me see. Let me look it up.
I know with them doing the voices and all of that stuff from the jump, that's going to be a big difference. I think for me anyway, feels like more than just a cash grab. Let's just hurry up and put this out.
Voice actors last time?
Oh no, it was just grunts and groans, and it's like, And then they went back and added them after the fact when folks were like, "Hey, where are the voices?" It's like you're Viacom. You can't afford to get the voice actors to come back and do a couple of lines for a fighting game, really? Well, fans started adding them in first.
Are they modding it?
Yeah, they put in mods. I was like, okay, yeah, we better do this.
Well,
Everybody
you know
wants
what?
it.
So it says that that paragraph is super weird because it's writing it like it's already been released, but it's supposed to be coming out October 7th of this year, which is great timing because Multiverse is not here right now.
No,
Who knows if that'll come back?
And it's supposed to come back next year.
Maybe.
I mean, they've sold.
Allegedly.
They sold how many tens of thousands of copies of that game? They kind of have to release it again.
Now they could just always be working on it.
True. After they release it,
and it's just one guy. No, I mean they'll never release it and just say we're still working on it. It's still coming, and they just have one guy in a closet writing all the coding for it.
I feel like that's what they got now. That's why it's taking so long.
Yeah. But yeah, so Nickelodeon All-Star Brawls 2 is going to be released in October 7th.
I would definitely try that one out.
Yeah, well, we'll give it a go again.
But if it doesn't have Ren and Stimpy in it, it's going to be some issues.
It has to have all the old characters, I think.
I would assume.
The way it's been advertised, the way that trailer was advertised, I would assume so. How everything is supposed to be getting upgraded.
So
we'll see. That's not the only announcement. They announced another character for Mortal Kombat 1. And that is who?
Gyros. Which makes sense. It was like, oh, a character from 11 is in it. But this actually makes sense. Because he still serves the god that controls time, which is Liu Kang now. Because in the story for 11, he got thrown down the infinite sea of blood because he's immortal,
Yeah.
So you can't really beat him. So you just stick him somewhere. Sorry about that. So they, who was it? Was it Liu Kang or Raiden?
I am
I think threw him down the Infinite Sea of Blood.
terrible at the Mortal Kombat story. I don't know why I cannot keep up with it. And I played all the story modes, and I enjoy them. I don't know what it is. I cannot.
Don't pay any mind to it.
I guess. I just can't keep it straight.
Darius again back there.
Rain looks very different in this one, right?
So this is kind of what he looked like in the story mode for, was it 11 or 10?
Oh, okay.
I think it was 11.
It had to be 11 because that's the only story mode I haven't played.
Yeah, he was in the story mode of it, but he was never playable in the game. And that's what he looked like. And they kind of stuck with the more of he's more
Sorcerer.
of a mage, sorcerer than a.
Because like in the ones previously, he looked like Scorpion and Sub-Zero, right? But it's purple. Okay.
Yeah.
I knew I wasn't going. I was making sure I wasn't going crazy.
Yeah, but like him and Ermac have turned into more mystical beings than straight out ninjas.
Yeah.
But from the looks and sounds of it, Geras is kind of he's still serving him, but he's like he's not too happy with the way he's redone time, from what he's saying.
Who, Liu Kang?
Yeah, because I've noticed too is like I can't help to notice that you left out all the bad guys. It's like you changed time to where all the folks that you liked are doing good, but.
That's right. He talked about how his form of peace isn't necessarily the right way to do it or something like that.
Yeah, because basically he's leaving certain folks out. It's like, but I think that's going to be the whole point of the story. It's like you can try to do that, but they're
going to find a way.
Yep.
He's like Baraka. That's probably the best fatality they've ever done.
It's pretty
Black
good.
hole.
Yeah.
I don't know. It looks good. I'm still holding out hope, but it's dwindling every day of Cyrax and Sector being in the actual playable characters.
Like playable?
Yeah. I know they're cameos, but
yeah,
I need to see them as playable characters.
Well, it's like they said that the Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1 and the cameo Scorpion are two different guys because they're from two different worlds.
Right.
It's not the same person. Because Scorpion and Sub-Zero are from the same clan in this one, and the other one they were two different clans because they were two different folks.
Yeah.
So that kind of explains that. But yeah, I mean, if anything, I'm mostly interested. I still love seeing from all the cutscenes and stuff and from these introduction videos that they're still number one at the fighting game story mode type of deal. Yeah. As much story as you can put into a fighting game without it seeming, just dumb. Because most fighting games is like what story is there?
Right.
And really even this, but they have such a rich history and world to pull from that even though it's still kind of dumb, you still got, political intrigue and interdimensional invasions and
even though you kill people pretty much every fight, they still
somehow they keep showing back up. Yeah. And now we're starting all the way over, and you can hopefully make something that makes a little more sense, but we'll see. But I'm glad the wood stage is back. It's like really the first kind of dark stage in the game. What they're showing here, this one and the little temple here.
Yeah.
Although I think we've seen this temple. It's just like at night.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in the day.
Yeah. So, I'm starting to wonder if there was ever going to be any darkness, and that might have been the reason they show on these stages, and particularly in this trailer, when Geras brings up the fact that everything's like light and nice and everything. What'd you do with all the bad guys?
So I'm wondering if that means that we're gonna have a night and day cycle for every stage.
Maybe.
At least all the ones that are outside.
I mean, that would be the easiest way to give you
more stages without giving you more stages.
Yep.
Oh, it looks good. I'm Excited for it. And we don't have to wait that long, too.
No, it's pretty soon. I forgot.
About a month and a half away.
Yeah. Lord.
It's like one of the best fatalities I've seen. Takes him to a black hole and lets the black hole just suck everything out of him.
I mean, in actuality, that's not how.
Yeah, probably.
It's not how you would perceive that happening if you went to the event horizon of a black hole. What you would see is whatever happened to him right as you reached the event horizon. You would perceive it as him freezing in time as the light is sucked away.
But that's not as cool looking for a fatality.
But scientifically,
we're not here for science.
We kind of know how black holes work, and theoretically, if you could get to just right up to the edge of the event horizon and hold somebody just like that, and as they get sucked in, you wouldn't see them anyway.
But somebody also wouldn't be right there holding them either.
Right.
And not be affected by it.
Right. But, one day when we have the tech just like
technology,
just like they proved Einstein right when they had the brick and the feather on the moon, and they dropped them both, and guess what? They both fell at the same speed, just like Einstein said. One day there'll be somebody with a rock at just outside the event horizon of a black hole, and he will toss the rock, and the rock will go toward it, and as it reaches the event horizon, it would look like it stopped, and slowly would just get longer. But you wouldn't perceive the destruction of the rock. You would perceive the light getting sucked into the thing, and it just looks like it just gets real long.
And that's your science fact with Nolan.
Yes.
All right. My most excited thing that they announced this weekend was Project L announcement.
Yeah.
Finally came out of hiding and dropped another bomb on us. So, as we knew last time that they came out, that it's going to be a tag game.
Yeah.
And then they talked about the net coding, and after they talked about the net coding, people were speculating, well, this doesn't sound like a 1v1 game. It sounds like you might be able to play this with a team. And being League of Legends, Riot as the League of Legends people, they deal with team-based games, so that's what they gave us.
Yeah.
So you can play Project L either 2v2, 1v2, 1v1. It doesn't matter. But you can bring a friend, which I think is really cool. They had this in Mortal Kombat 9. And me and Jonathan played a lot of that. We actually went to CEO expecting to play that, but then they pulled the rug out from under us when we got there and switched it up on us. But I'm so glad to see this come back. And it looks good. It looks really good. And the cool thing with the duos is you can actually choose different, they call them fuses. And it gives you different modifiers on your team. So normally when you call an assist, the character comes out, does the assist move, and then leaves. Or you can have a fuse that says is 2x assist. They do an assist and they stay out there and they can do another assist. So they get 2 assist moves on one entry.
Okay.
Another one is, I can't remember all the names of them, but there's another fuse where you can, when you call them out, so the way the tag system works is in duos, the person that is doing the assist controls that. So they control when they come out and do the assist. They also come out and control when they do the burst, because it's the secondary character that bursts for the main character.
Okay.
And they control that as well. But while your character is out, so say if you're the background character and I'm the main character, while you come out and do an assist, I can choose to tag you in. And then that's when they'll swap. So there's a fuse that lets you do that twice. So you come in, I can tag you, you can do a little combo, and before I leave, you can tag me right back in. So it leads to like a lot of mix-ups and stuff. But then there's a lot of, they said there's going to be a handful of those type of fuses, and you can you choose it before you go into the game.
Sounds pretty nuts.
Yeah. There's going to be a lot of stuff to pay attention to. And the game looks beautiful. I like the color and...
There's one thing I already saw that I'm not a big fan of.
What's that?
The dude with the X. He did a super move against somebody in the corner, but it ended with him taking them out of the corner. It's like, why would I ever want to do that? Can I choose which way the ender ends?
Possibly.
Good gracious.
That one stayed in the corner.
Yeah.
I also noticed, I don't know if it's super dependent, but if you hit an assist character, you don't, if you get like an assist character in a combo with the other character, when you super it looks like it doesn't hit the assist character though. Like it looks like the assist character falls out. I've noticed that a couple times, but I don't know if it's maybe super dependent or not.
And I noticed this is a round-based game.
Yes.
And you have to kill both characters.
So it's going to be long matches.
Yeah. See, that time I put him in the corner. So
I mean, you do a lot of damage, it looks like.
I don't know. Doesn't look like you do enough for a round-based game. It's like, yeah, if it was just, one round, then yeah, don't do a lot of damage because, you want the matches to go. But if it's, round-based and you got to defeat both characters to win the round, I feel like it should be doing a little more damage. But that's just me. And that's a balancing thing. This game ain't coming out to next year, so
yeah, I'm
sure as more characters come out and they'll do tests and stuff, and when high level players get their hands on it, they might go, oh, this stuff goes way too fast.
Yeah. So some of the so you can see Darius on the top left. It says last stand.
Mm-hmm.
So that means it's like their comeback feature. Once your last character is below 50% life, you can call assists again. Even though your assist character is dead, you can call him.
Still do assists,
and it's going to be like a super assist.
Wow.
But it has like a 10-second cooldown.
So that's kind of like the comeback mechanic, kind of sort of. It's like you're down to your last character, so they got to give you something to give you a chance.
Right.
Wow.
It looks, I'm super excited for Project L. I have been since the start. And this just makes me even more excited about it. My only concern right now, I guess in this stage, is do we only know 5 characters? And I'm afraid that we're not going to see this until 2025.
No. They seem pretty intent on releasing it next year.
Do they?
Or releasing a version of it anyway. Because, they've shown what? How many characters?
5.
Just 5?
These 3. So Echo, Ari, and Darius. Jinx, and Alawi.
Yeah.
And Alawi's they showed Alawi the last time they did a dev talk or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't show any new characters this time.
I'm sure they probably have more to show. They probably just these are the most completed characters.
It's concerning
because these are the characters that are going to be playable at Evo, right?
Yes. So I'm pretty sure the playable characters at Evo, they've only said 3, and they have a question mark on the 4. But I assume it's going to be Jinx, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They had a question mark on the 4th one. I think it's going to be a character they hadn't announced yet.
You think so?
I think so.
That would make me a little less concerned.
Yeah, because they have a knack of not announcing stuff at events. They usually make an announcement for this game right before something else. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday this week. Oh, hey, look, here's
the 4th character.
Yeah, and it's someone we hadn't seen yet, just to get the hype up for it.
Yeah,
or it may just be somebody we already seen. But for them to put a question mark, it's not like they don't know who's going to be there in a week.
Right.
You know?
Riot knows. They just don't want to tell us.
Yeah.
Now, I'm hoping we see a lot of footage from this weekend. Because if people don't know, Project L is going to have a playable form at Evo. for people that are attending Evo to play. And it's open to everybody that are in attendance at Evo. It's not like a special sign up or anything.
Nope. Just go up to the booth and play it.
So hopefully they have a way of either recording stuff, or if Riot, it'd be awesome if Riot has their stream going all weekend of people playing this.
That would be cool.
I know they're supposed to have like a bunch of setups, but one setup being dedicated to the stream. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah. I've already got this weekend ready to go. Got all my streams. I know what's playing when. I'll be watching the SNK stream.
Yeah, this weekend's going to be crazy.
Friday and Saturday, I think. I think the Sam Show tournament's on Friday and the Mark of the Wolves is on Saturday.
I'm going to try and watch as much as I can, but we have lock-in this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I do have a lock-in.
Yeah, so I'll be sleeping most of Saturday.
Well, nothing starts till noon here anyway, so.
That's about the time I'll be going to bed.
Oh, yeah.
Probably more like 10 o'clock. But.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm the same. I hope to see more. I hadn't even been able to see because a bunch of influencers and pro gamers and stuff got to play this last week.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
And I hadn't had time to sit down and watch everybody's reaction to it. I watched one that just happened to be there when I had 10 minutes to watch, so I sat down and watched his reactions.
I don't understand why they didn't invite us. Have they not heard all the times that we've talked about Street Fighter?
I don't know. I don't get it either. I mean, it must be in the spam folder.
Yeah.
Would that be messed up if you look at the spam folder and stuff from comments?
I'd be so mad. I would be so
That
mad.
actually happened to me once on my stream. Somebody wanted me to, they were going to give me free codes. And I didn't see it for like 2 months. I was so mad. I was like, oh, it was, what's the Frisbee game?
Oh,
Windbreaker? No.
Yes.
Windbreakers.
Windbreakers.
Yeah. When 2 was coming out.
Windjammers.
2. They were going to give me Windjammers 2 codes. If I played it on stream, they were going to give me an Xbox code. I guess they were trying to push the Xbox version, so they were going to give me an Xbox code to play it.
It was on
which
Game
was funny because
Pass, right?
it was already on Game Pass. Exactly.
Okay.
But they were going to. This was before the game came out.
Uh-huh.
They were going to give me a code where I can play it early, and they were going to give me like five codes to give away. And it was totally in my spam folder that I saw 2 months after the fact.
Yeah,
I was so mad. I was like, first of all, how did they find me? I think it's because at the time I was doing like Sam Show stuff. And, Sam Show is a very, very niche fighting game. So whenever I streamed, I was usually number 1 or number 2 streamer of the game. So I'm thinking that's how they found me. But I was so mad. I was like, no, because that's never going to happen again.
Yeah, just sitting in our spam folder. 3 tickets to California.
Evo. Yeah,
to come play Project L early.
Oh well, maybe next time. But yeah, but no, it does look good, and this is coming from somebody who has absolutely no idea anything about League.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I hadn't even watched the Netflix series, which I keep hearing is really good. You don't need to play the game to even enjoy it or whatever.
Oh, yeah, you need to watch the Netflix series.
I will eventually. It's in my.
It's like 8 episodes.
I know.
It won't take you that long.
It's on my list. I was going to watch it, but then the Cyberpunk anime came out.
In fact, that bridge plays an not important role, but it's in. This is actually in the world that Arcane is. The city.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at it more.
I'll check it out eventually. One day.
You hear that right? You need to invite us to play Project L. This is coming from somebody that doesn't know anything about League, and me who's been playing League since it first came out.
Yeah. I just play fighting games.
Yeah.
And this looks like a pretty cool fighting game. I love the look of it, just the
visuals,
shading. I mean, everything the animation.
The character model looks amazing.
Yeah. And it's pretty good for, a free game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's going to be free to play. So there's no reason not to try it out.
Yeah.
No, I've always liked tag games. I'm always a big fan of tag games. I don't know why. I just like having. I always feel safer with an extra character. I can kind of go wild and try some new things with this one because I always have my backup. Mm-hmm. And I always think it leads to more exciting gameplay as well, especially when the comeback feature. Yeah, it's cool when you're down a pixel and you kill somebody from half life or full life. Like that's exciting, but especially like in the Marvel vs. Capcom where it's 3v3, having one character and taking out all the other 3 characters is pretty hype.
Yeah.
Even when you don't have X Factor. Especially when you don't have X Factor.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad they actually showed like the actual tagging because it seems like all the other videos they showed assists,
right?
But never an actual tag. So now it's like, okay, so yes, it is a tag game. I know they've said it before, but now I've seen it.
Yeah.
So,
and there's a couple of different ways you can tag. Like I explained earlier, there's the handshake tag, is what they call it. Whenever somebody call an assist, you can just tag and see that yellow spark. That's when you know. And like Maximilian says, when it makes an audio cue when you tag, and it sounds like somebody smacking somebody's ass.
I'm sure it's supposed to be 2 hands,
Yeah.
tagging, but everybody hears what they want to hear, I guess.
But then there's also a tag launcher. So you can launch somebody, and it'll do an auto tag, but it will be like a force tag, not
kinda
a force tag,
kind of like MVCI.
Yeah,
where you can tag.
But the thing is, when you do that launching tag, you see the red health. It takes away that red health.
Okay, yeah.
So they can't regenerate it.
So So it's a lot like MVCI then. Well, I mean, MVCI had the thing where you can start a combo, tag, and finish the combo with the character that you have, and then the other character comes in, and you can continue the combo there.
Yeah.
And in that game, throws took away red health, which a lot of folks didn't know, and would think I was just throwing for no reason all the time. No, I'm trying to take away your red health.
So right here you see, I can't remember what the term for it is, but basically he supers and then tags an Ari to do another super to kill. What's it called? It's like DHR or something like that.
Cool.
Delayed. I don't remember
whatever HR stands for. Hyper riot. No, yeah, it looks good. Just wondering one more thing. Am I going to get a girl to play with too, or I got to find one of those myself?
I'm pretty sure you got to find one of those yourself.
Dang it.
You can check out Humble Bumble or whatever it's called.
Trying for the last 25 years. Just
Come on.
It's hard.
Maybe you can teach your mom to play.
Oh no. No, God bless her. She tried to get into video games. It just never happened.
What'd you start off on?
What? Like for her?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure like in the SNES era is really when we were trying to get her to play, because I mean games were just so amazing at the time. It's like, no, you have to check this out.
Yeah, but what games? Were you trying to get her to play Street Fighter and you're just breaking her off?
No. She would watch us play Street Fighter as we were getting more and more into it. I think she was just happy that we were playing this game that she bought for us for Christmas that we didn't play for months.
Oh, really?
Because we did not care about Street Fighter at all.
Really?
When she got it for Christmas. We thought it was dumb.
For the what? Super Nintendo?
Yeah. Because I mean, it was in the arcades obviously at the time. Yeah. But we weren't into fighting games. It was when we finally we finished everything else. So I was like, I guess we should start playing a Street Fighter game, and then we started getting to
Is that when you were playing RPGs mostly?
When Street Fighter 2 came out, yeah, no. RPGs kind of came right after that.
Oh, okay.
Because
what were you playing instead of Street Fighter?
Mario.
Oh, okay.
Final Fight.
That's fair.
Like different action games, stuff like that. All the cool boy stuff.
But not Street Fighter.
But no, we were not Street Fighter fans when it first came out. It wasn't until Mom got it for us for Christmas, and we still didn't play it till probably about around March the next year. It's when we started getting into it, and then we went to the arcades to try to play folks, and then we learned on the stick, and then it was better on a stick. So she eventually bought us the Capcom sticks.
Really?
They made fight sticks for the SNES that I still have, and they still work.
I don't know if I've ever seen a stick for the SNES. I've seen a stick for the NES.
Yeah. Nintendo made one too, I believe, but these were Capcom Street Fighter 2 sticks. And I played it as recently as, was it 2023? Oh God, well, it was a while ago. It was like 16 years ago, but it still worked. But I was shocked that they still work and they're still stored right now.
And they have the SNES plug.
Yeah. No. Oh yeah. They were made for the SNES. This was back in the day. These little gray sticks, so six buttons on the face, so you didn't have to worry about hitting the shoulder buttons, and it was just like playing in the arcade. Just like it. But
I don't know if I've ever seen one of those.
But yeah, we wanted the sticks because we started playing in the arcade and it was different from playing on pad. So we decided we wanted to get better at the arcades because we were just getting destroyed at first. But yeah. But yeah, ever since then we've just been fighting game nuts. And this one does look fun. So I hope it lights a fire under Capcom's butt to do something like this.
Well, you know they're announcing Marvel vs. Capcom 4 this weekend.
Sure thing, man. I'll be happy for you if it happens.
Nah, hopefully with the success of Street Fighter 6 and the direction that it seemed like they've been going in these last like 3 years, that we do see a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 soon.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying stuff again now. Will we see an MVC 4? That's kind of up in the air now.
Maybe you thinking maybe like a different crossover?
I would just be happy, honestly, with a collection of all the older games, like all of them.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't like having to pull out my old Xbox 360 to be able to play MVC2 again. It's like, come on, man.
I guess, but
give me a way to play these old games, the old ones that we loved, to hype everybody up for the new one. If it's even an MVC. From what I hear, Capcom and Marvel are like on good enough terms now, but there doesn't seem to, unless anyone, pried into it, there doesn't seem to be any interest from either side as of right now. But, things change. Capcom's in a completely different place now.
Yeah.
And maybe Disney will understand that, hey, this game needs to be treated as a little bit more than an advertisement for your films.
Yeah.
It's kind of got a thing of its own, and it needs to have X-Men in it.
Yeah.
hopefully that's understood now.
Let Capcom cook.
Yeah, exactly.
Let them make a game akin to 2 and 3, and let them have at it. Like, don't hold their hand. They don't need their hand held.
No.
You make movies, let them make their video games.
Exactly.
Y'all's track record of video games isn't that great.
No, not really.
I mean, they have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is really good.
Which is a great game that nobody bought.
Yeah. And then they also have a game that came out Friday. The Disney's Illusion Island.
Illusion Island. Oh, was that the
one that we all thought was like Rayman Legends?
Yeah.
And it is not.
Okay.
So me and Steven played it Friday. We played all the way up to the first boss. Because it is a Metroidvania game.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was not expecting that.
I remember kind of thinking it had that look, but no, it couldn't be.
Right. When we saw it, I'm like, oh, that looks like Rayman Legends.
Yeah.
It looks like a platforming, like akin to like a Super Mario Deluxe or something like that. No, it's a Metroidvania game.
That's insane.
Except there is no combat. It is purely platforming. There's enemies, but you have to avoid the enemies.
Just avoiding.
And at first I'm like, well, this is kind of lame.
You know what?
And then we played it more, and the boss fight was actually really cool with no combat.
I did hear someone explain something the other day, and this must have been what they were talking about. Somebody explained something the other day. I heard somebody was saying that something was like, oh dang, what's that game? The platformer with the girl.
Platformer with the girl.
Yeah, dang it.
Celeste?
Yes. Somebody was describing something like that where there was no combat. Everything was like avoiding and platforming and stuff. That must have been what they were talking about.
Okay.
I missed what it was they were talking about, but I remember they were
definitely
talking
not
about
as hard
Celeste.
as Celeste.
Well, hopefully not.
I want to say it's a great game for kids to get into Metroidvanias. It's not too terribly difficult. You can make it more difficult. So they give you there's a life system. And it's like hearts like Zelda. And you can, when you start the game, you can either choose to only have 1 heart, 2 hearts, or 3 hearts.
Oh, and that's kind of how you pick your
difficulty. We didn't know what to expect, so we picked the 2 heart one. And then we're like, maybe we should have picked the 1 heart one. But then we got to the boss fight, and Steven got hit so fucking much. So there's also a mechanic in the game, if you have a co-op, is you can hug each other, and it gives you a heart back. But it's like a bonus heart. It's a different color than the other hearts, so you can't get more than just that 1 heart. But I had to hug him all the time during that boss fight because he kept on trying to die.
It's always fun when there's that one guy that's just not. It's like, dude.
He was getting cooked too. That's right, Steve. I'm calling you out, just so you know.
Yeah.
Get good.
That's interesting, though.
But yeah, I wasn't expecting it. Definitely, if you're a fan of Metroidvanias, you'll like it. It'll be a little on the easy side, but it's a really good way to play with your kid and introduce them to your favorite genre.
That's always cool. Something you can play with your kids or something.
Yeah, because it's up to 4 players.
With their parents,
and it's not like Mario Deluxe where you can't really mess each other up. You can't jump on each other. Now there are moves where you can use each other to leapfrog to jump further.
Okay.
But you can't actively mess people up while jumping.
So can it just be played with 1 player too?
It can.
Okay.
It can. And like I said, it's just like a Metroid where you have to open up moves to open up different parts of the map. You get wall jumps and.
So wait, are you gaining experience points though to increase your skills and stuff? Oh, so it's actually
the genre is a Metroidvania,
but it's a Metroid
it's
game.
More like Metroid, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
But the genre is a Metroidvania. We're going down this road again?
Yes, we are. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I was surprised.
I didn't know that game was out.
Yeah, it came out Friday. It's only $40.
Okay.
It's not $70 like Tears of the Kingdom.
And it's like the older Disney art style too.
I also learned this. Apparently, that's the new style.
Oh, it's a newer style, I guess.
Yeah. So the newer style is more akin to the old style.
The old stuff. Okay. So that's what it looks like and stuff now.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I was like you, I'm like, they went back to the old school style, but no, it's apparently it's everything works in cycles. They've cycled back to that style.
Yeah, I remember the Mickey game on the Genesis. Yeah. Castle of Illusion. Great game.
They actually, considering the Mickey Mouse games, they actually haven't done a terrible job with those.
No.
The ones on the Wii were good too.
Yeah.
Oh, was it Epic Mickey?
Epic Mickey. The first one, I played all the way through the first one. And I started the second one, but it just kind of lost me. I don't know why. But it wasn't a bad game.
Like a Mario Galaxy type game?
Yeah. It's more like a 3D
Mario game.
Yeah. I really liked the first one. Let's see.
They should re-release those, remaster those.
They did a remake of Castle of Illusion. I played it on Steam, and it's like, is this really what the original game was like? I don't know.
Konami?
The name of the company? No, possibly, but I don't even know. I couldn't tell you.
Konami did a lot of licensed stuff back in the day.
Yeah, they sure did.
We were going through because we were talking about, man, they should really release like an arcade beat 'em ups classic collection. And we were looking at, I wonder who owns all that stuff. Konami. They own like the Simpsons games.
Yeah.
The Turtles games. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Like Sunset Riders, they own. I think they own Sunset Riders. At least the arcade port. Sunset
Rider in the Capcom?
No.
Is Sunset Rider Capcom or is it Konami? I don't remember. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of stuff that they own, and now they're more in the.
They're getting back into the video games.
Well, they wait for somebody else to
something.
make something similar to something that they own, and then they'll re-release their thing.
So you're telling me I have to wait for .mu to make a Sunset Riders before I get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Konami.
It's Konami, sure enough. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know why they haven't done that stuff. I don't know. It may be a licensing thing when they can't do Simpsons and stuff. Obviously, they were able to do the TMNT.
I think they're just waiting on shit.
I mean, is there a new Simpsons game coming out anytime soon?
Nope.
Like, a lot of folks love that game. We just never did.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just never.
There's something wrong with it.
And I love the show, too. I used to love The Simpsons back then.
I never watched the show, but I love the video game.
See, we used to love the show, but just never liked the game. And I'm still like, Capcom, please do something about Alien versus Predator. There's some kind of trick to that because they released it on that little arcade stick thing.
Oh, really?
That they released, yeah, but nothing else. So maybe it's a thing where, it may be an arcade. Exactly. I think that's exactly what it is. They can only release it in the arcades, and it's a separate right that they'll have to buy, or they'll have to renegotiate with different companies or something, and they just don't feel like going through that. I don't know. But
yeah, it's unfortunate, all the rights and stuff like that.
But that's like one of the greatest arcade fighting
beat 'em ups
ever made. One day, I hope. I'm hoping. So, with Evo coming up, most of the announcements apparently are going to be on Friday
before it starts.
Yeah, so on Evo 1 on Twitch, all day. So from noon to 10 p.m. our time. Evo 1 is just basically going to be stage shows. Okay. And companies coming on announcing stuff and showing stuff. So a lot of announcements are going to be made then. And then, of course, the big ones are probably going to be on Sunday. There might be a couple interspersed on Saturday, too. I'm thinking S&K is going to do, they might do something on the main thing and then something on their own stream. Because particularly with S&K, the games that they decided to do little side tournaments for at their own booth, Sam Show and Mark of the Wolves. Sam Show, of course, is getting the rollback netcode stuff coming in. Right. So hopefully they're going to announce a final release date for it to be launched.
It's not out yet?
No. Oh, God. No, they always were supposed to do 2 tests, although they did announce after the first test, the company that's making the code, they said there's going to be a test 2, but then S&K came out and was like, hey, it's coming out early 2023. It's like, oh, okay, I guess there's not going to be a test. So what was it, March, April, whatever came around, and it was like, hey, early 2023 is almost over. And that's when S&K came out and said, okay, we're gonna hold it back a little bit more, but here's test 2. And it was like, folks like me, it's like,
that's what they're talking about the whole time.
Yeah.
With test 2 is early 2023.
Yeah. So, but so I'm assuming we're gonna get I hope it's not just a reminder that it's coming. I'm hoping it's like an actual date for it, because I can't wait to jump back into that game. I love it. But Garo Mark of the Wolves is like, it's kind of an interesting game to bring there. Oh, that's right. They're making the new one.
Are they making a new Mark of the Wolves?
Oh, yeah. They announced it Evo last year or E3 last year.
With all this shit.
So, but like I said on my stream, they've basically only shown white men in the dark alley so far. Can we actually see more than just concept art and see some actual gameplay? Would be nice.
They don't have any.
I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping it's a 2D game and not 3D or 2.5D. It's probably 2.5D though. I mean, I probably wouldn't be too upset if it was made in like KOF engine.
Right.
I would prefer it still be sprite based though.
I mean,
man,
isn't that more expensive though?
Yes.
Like a lot more expensive?
Yes. Like just time expensive, money expensive is just harder. Because drawing,
a niche game like that, I don't know if they're gonna do that.
8-bit and 16-bit sprites were fine. When you only had a few thousand colors in there. Now you're talking about however many hundreds of thousands of sprites in one pixel. And then you got to draw that for an entire character.
Yep.
That's why KOF 12 and 13 came out the way they were. 13 comes out, and that was basically 12 with them with an extra year and a half to finish 12. But it took them, I forgot how many man hours. It was like 8 artists. It took each one of them like 6 to 8 months to finish one character.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Time consuming.
HD sprites is hard. So, but at least give it like a sprite look. You could do that. I mean, like Blaze Blue. That's how they kind of cheat on that. They build 3D models and then kind of draw the sprites over it.
Oh, okay.
Kind of help, and that's how they kind of cheat in those games. It's like those games are technically 3D, but they look 2D, and then of course you can always just make it look like Guilty Gear Strive or something like that.
Yeah,
or even Excerpt, or heck, even yeah, that'd be great. But I don't think SNK's got that kind of money. SNK still
nobody's got Riot money.
Yeah, and then I would love to hear what this AAA game SNK is doing.
What do they have that would be considered AAA?
I don't know. I mean, if
what have they done in the past?
Assuming it's something that they've done in the past, the short list I came up with is like an Athena game, possibly. I mean, that was some of their more successful stuff. Personally, what I would love to see is a new Crystallis. It's probably not going to happen. Most folks don't even know
it's on the
what Crystallis is.
NES, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was one of the greatest games.
We had one of those come in this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's the only reason I know that.
It's a great game.
Never heard of it prior.
Great game. Yeah, that was one of the true games that rivaled Zelda back in the day, that folks would hold up to it and go, this might be better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But I mean, I would love for it to be a new Crystallis. It's like, they can make it like a deep, even if it's just a remake of that. Because Crystallis always had a very interesting story. And the gameplay is actually really good too, although you go back and play it now and it feels so antiquated, but that's because it's old. That's how everything played back then.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else?
Okay. So you mentioned Crystallis and talking about Zelda. I was thinking about another Zelda clone in Darksiders, and I was wondering who made that, and it's THQ Nordic.
THQ, yeah.
So maybe that's what we'll hear, a new one. Because they supposedly, when it first came out, they were supposed to do one for each of the horsemen.
Uh-huh.
And I think we've only seen 3 now. We haven't seen the 4th one.
So I know the very last one that they made introduced a new one.
A new Death, I think.
Yeah.
No. Who was it? It was the
girl with the whips, right?
Yeah, it was the
chain whips.
The isometric view one.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, I can probably just scroll down.
I mean, does
Genesis? It had.
Does Joe Mad still work?
Oh, apparently.
With them?
Wait. Oh, apparently they've done all 4 of them. I didn't realize they did all 4 of them. Strife is her name.
Yeah.
She was the 4th one. When did Darksiders 3 come out? I don't remember that game coming out at all.
I remember.
I remember 1 and 2, and that's it.
Yeah, it kind of came without much fanfare.
Oh, no, that was the one with the chick with the whip.
Mm-hmm.
That was, what was her name?
Was that not Strife?
Apocalypse.
Oh, it's Apocalypse.
Fury.
Fury. That's
Fury.
right. Yeah. And then Genesis came out in 2019.
Yeah, and that was the one that was a top-down.
So, I mean...
Shoot, I guess I need to go back and play some of those. I don't know.
I played a little of the first one.
I played all of the first. I loved the first one. It's basically Zelda.
It's basically Zelda, yeah.
I say I played all of the third one. I didn't play the last boss because my game glitched out right before it, and I didn't feel like playing it all over again. I don't. It was like something, like there was like a vision that you can swap your vision to see like ethereal stuff towards the end, and my vision got stuck on it, and there's no way for me to get out of it, and I couldn't progress to the next part with it stuck on it.
Sucks.
Yeah. I was like, well, I really like this game, and I would love to finish it, but I guess not.
It's fun while it lasted.
I think I ended up like YouTubing the last boss or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know what THQ is going to show next month.
Yeah, I thought maybe, but apparently they did all 4 of them, I guess. I didn't realize that.
It could have been Homeworld, but they sold all that stuff off to whatchamacallit.
And delayed it.
And delayed it, yeah. Going back to Evo, it's like, I wonder what the big announcements are going to be. Obviously, MVC more stuff for Mortal Kombat. Sure. We'll go with MVC4.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat, I'm sure. Project L stuff.
I mean, all the big games, all the Sunday games will probably have something more characters for Tekken 8. Tekken 8.
Yeah. King of Fighters.
Characters. Yeah. KOF. They're probably going to show some new characters there because Najd, I think, comes out right after, or pretty soon after, sometime this month, in August. I mean,
hopefully something from Sega.
Hopefully.
Probably not,
but hopefully.
Hopefully.
Every time somebody thinks Sega's going to announce something, they never do.
They're going to come out and it's going to be like, we're going to do a Sonic Brawl. Like, really?
I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, but it's like you already have Smash. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Let's see. Hopefully.
We'll see another anime fighter. And when I mean anime fighter, like a Naruto clone.
Yeah, well, Namco's going to be there, so yeah, they might show a little bit more of that Naruto game coming out.
Oh, they have a Naruto already announced?
Yeah. It's basically the Shippuden, well, not Shippuden games, the Storm games, but it's like going to cover the whole story all the way up through the more Boruto recent stuff. Yeah. Where I guess that is now. That was, like I said, that was like the last big anime manga thing that I was into in my youth, and I just kind of kept up with it into my not so youth.
Yeah, I never got into it.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see a Jump Force 2 and they actually do it correctly, but probably not, and I'll probably be still mad.
Yeah.
Even more mad. Why can't they just give us what was it called? The one that was on the DS? Jump All Stars.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why can't they just give us something like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why did they only release that in Japan, too?
Well, I'm pretty sure it was a character issue. Like, some of the characters.
I had to import it.
Have the
and then I couldn't really play it because I didn't know where the fuck to go.
Was that what was the game that had Optimus Prime in it? I remember I really wanted that one.
I don't know. I didn't know they had Optimus.
That was a Konami game.
Oh.
And like, I guess
Konami.
Konami.
Japan only?
Takara, yeah. I think they had a deal with Takara to put some transformers in the game. So I remember Optimus Prime was in it, and I was like, I need to play this game. It was G1 Optimus Prime and everything. Yeah. Oh, that's right. There's thought that maybe a new Blaze Blue.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because, I mean, Arc System Works Team Blue.
Yeah.
As far as we know, they hadn't done jack since Cross Tag. So maybe a new Cross Tag or just a new Blaze Blue.
I'd be hyped for a new Blaze Blue.
I know some folks would be. I've never been that big into Blaze Blue, but I mean,
out of all the anime fighters, it's probably my favorite.
Mm-hmm. A lot of folks. So, and with Strive doing so good now, hey, might want to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
And then they can have those two things kind of going back and forth. New Guilty Gear comes out, 2 years pass, a new Blaze Blue comes out, 2 more years pass, a new Guilty Gear.
Have a nice little rotation.
Mm-hmm. Or a new Cross Tag in there somewhere. Because, otherwise Arc System Works would just probably be talking about a Season 3 for Strive.
But there might be who works on Fighters.
Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Technically, Arc System Works develops it, but it's a Namco game. So
right. But Arc Systems makes the game.
They make the game, yeah.
It's not the same team as Blaze Blue, though, is it?
I don't think so. It's whatever their outsourcing touring team is, because they make a bunch of stuff. They help.
Right.
They helped with DNF Duel. They basically made Dragon Ball. They basically made something else too. God, what's the other one? Grand Blue. So yeah, they have their hands in a bunch of different stuff.
I know we're supposed to get Fighter Z2 at some point.
Some point.
Maybe they'll talk about that this weekend.
Have they even released the netcode update for Z?
I don't know. Have they?
I don't know. I know they talked about it, and and I think there was a beta for it a few months ago, but I don't know that they ever actually released it, which will make
it was supposed to be this year sometime, right?
I thought it was supposed to be last year sometime.
Oh, was
it?
But
I haven't really been keeping up with it.
No, because nobody plays it around here anymore.
Yeah. So I'm like, at some point they have to release 2. And, I think it's just one of those things, hey, it's still selling. Why spend the money and make a new one when we can just keep selling the old one? It's just a cash cow at this point.
Apparently it's
delayed.
Oh, no, wait. It was delayed to next. Wait, is this? I can't see it. It's so small. No?
That was May of this year.
May of this year, so yeah, it's been delayed.
Yep. Yep. So yeah. So
at this point, just make 2.
I mean, that may end up being what they do. They announce 2. Do the net code stuff for this game just to kind of test it, and that way the next game can come out. But that's why I feel like 2 won't be until they finish until they fix the net code stuff, because that's become so much more important now, particularly for fighting games after COVID.
Or they come out and turn even and say, hey, we're just going to put these resources in 2 and fuck the first one. It was a good run. Nobody's really playing it anymore. So
yeah. Enjoy it for the next year, and then 2's coming out. I mean, there's so much stuff that they put in this one. It's like, what are they even going to put in 2? Like, who's left besides the newest characters, which I don't even know where the anime is. Is the anime even back yet?
I don't know. I know they took a hiatus.
Yeah, but the manga is like, I figure they were waiting for like a series of 2 of the manga to go, so they won't be like button up right to the manga story,
right? Like
they were for a while. But now the manga's so far ahead, I feel like I think it's time to bring the anime back. But I read up to, I don't even know if they might be out of the last thing I read with
I haven't seen anything on Super.
The dude and the planet selling folks and the Dragon Balls and the Namekian, and that's the last thing I read. So it's like cereal and oatmeal or something like that.
The story for Dragon Ball Z Fighter Z.
Mm-hmm.
What's the story take? Have you played the story on that?
So technically I did, because the week that the game came out, I had to have 4 setups of the game for an event that we did that weekend. So my whole story mode was just me skipping all the dialogue.
Gotcha.
To try to get through so that I can unlock Android. What is she? 20? 19? Whoever the
one that Krillin mirrors?
No. The main, who was the main bad guy in this one? Started off as a scientist chick, but then she looks like Boo.
Oh, I think that's 20.
Yeah. So, no, it's not 20. It 21. Might be 22. 21? Might be 21. Either way. So, I couldn't tell you what the story is, but I was doing that to hurry up and unlock her four times.
Is it not like a story from the anime? Is it like
no? It's its own story.
Oh, okay.
I know it has something to do with her. She's a scientist trying to do something, and then she ends up turning into a Boo-like creature for some reason that I couldn't tell you why. But just to get to Fort Walton Beach the Friday night to set everything up after work, I bring my PlayStations and my monitors, and we're setting everything up, and we're like, great. So hey, did you download Android, whatever her name is? So, no, I played through the story mode and all the versions of the game to get her, and they were like, "Oh, well, if you pre-ordered the game, or I think if you bought the game within the first week, you could just download her for free."
Oh, that sounds like us when Smash came out.
Yeah,
Smash Ultimate came out. I think it came out that Friday, and we had that tournament. No, it came out a Friday, and we had a tournament that next Saturday. So we had a week to unlock everybody, and that first night we sat up and played the story mode. Thinking that's how you unlock characters, because that's how you unlock the characters last time.
Well, that was a part of it. Yeah. And that was the hardest part of the last one.
How far are you guys in the story? Have you unlocked anybody yet? We've unlocked like one person, because it counted how many times you fought. Is how you unlocked them. And it's like, we had to do that but eventually we figured out how to do it. It's still a long process. And we had to do that on 6 copies.
Yeah.
It was I'd never want to do that again.
Yeah. No, I had to help a group unlock stuff in Wii U, and the hardest part was the ones that you had to play the board game.
The board game, yeah.
To do so. I did like the easier part, and then when I got done, that Wii U went to three guys, and their only job was to play the board game all night. So I got the ones up to the board game, and they did the rest.
Else? Yeah.
So the good old days.
Yeah. Ultimate was awful because there was like 80 characters.
Yeah, it was a bunch of characters.
And there was only 8 unlocked in the very beginning, the original 8.
So
and you had unlocked 70 characters. It's like, what the?
I mean, it was overall easier, but yeah, it was just a lot.
It was tedious. And then I'm not very good at Smash. So you had to beat those characters to unlock them. So sometimes that was a struggle.
Well, yeah, like getting to them wasn't so bad. Didn't you just go to the game and just jump off the side?
Yeah, you made it one stock game, and you just kept on jumping off the side until you unlocked
until you got to the fight. Yeah.
Yeah. But then you have to beat that character.
And then you have to beat them, though. And sometimes
they're cheap as hell.
Yeah. So you got to be freaking kidding me. Yeah. But yeah, Dragon Ball, I mean, it's already so many characters. Just the newer characters and maybe some Dragon Ball characters, but like realistically, who would you put in there besides Tao Pai, King Piccolo, maybe Symbol, and what's his name? His little
They haven't really done a Dragon Ball game, have they?
I mean, there was an old NES one that I remember playing as a kid. That at the end of the game, instead of Oolong making the wish for girls' underwear, which was just like a white triangle, with some frills on it in the Japanese version. In the American version, they turned the triangle upside down to where it looked like a pyramid, and he wished for a perfect sandwich. Yeah, it was the old days. Yeah, I'm just interested what a 2 would look like, what they add to it, and stuff. But
I don't think they would ever do a Dragon Ball, at least for this.
Oh, like a separate Dragon Ball game?
No, like revert to like, hey, we're only doing Dragon Ball characters.
Oh, no.
Because they want to use it to help advertise the new stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, obviously the new stuff would be in there, and there's plenty of characters that they can add.
Yeah,
from
really
that stuff
cool to
alone.
see somebody actually do just a straight up Dragon Ball game.
Yeah,
I don't know what that would look like, if it'd be like an adventure game. I don't think it'd be a fighting game.
I'm trying to imagine, because I know the NES had quite a few.
Yeah, they did.
And like the Game Boy.
I've played a few through emulation because they didn't really get released over here.
Mm-hmm. But. Yeah, I love Dragon Ball still. There's a lot of folks that still think Dragon Ball ended when Goku and Chi-Chi flew away on that cloud after that last event. That was it. Everything else after, whatever.
That and Z.
Yeah. Planet blowing up crap. What is that? What is all this? This is just insane. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait for Evo this weekend.
Yeah, Evo's going to be good. A lot of potential for a lot of cool things to be announced.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of this is going to be Street Fighter 6 broke the record of attendance.
Yes.
For a game.
Over 7,000.
Yeah.
Just insane. I was wondering. I was seriously wondering whether they're going to be doing pools from like dawn to dusk. But no, 10 a.m. to it's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. their time. The first day, it's 256 pools of 27 to 28.
So what are they doing? Are they doing? One person comes out of each pool.
No, I think it's top three.
Top three out of each pool.
I think that's usually the way they do it. But all of the first round, all the way down to top.
Is it going to be a 3-day event?
Basically, yeah. Because the second day they're doing.
So this is on
whatever.
Friday, they're starting pools?
Yeah. Friday they're starting pools at
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Pacific time. And then they're going to go all of those pools are getting done on that day. Then it's like top 2 something or something down to top 96.
No, because if it's 256 pools and if they're taking at least, let's say they take 2 people out of there, that's 500 and
so
12 people.
Yeah, so it might be that. It might be the top 2. But I know they're playing all the way down on Saturday. They're playing all the way down to top 6 because that's what the finals day is going to be. Top 6, yeah. Which I don't know at that point. Why don't you just go ahead and do top 4
or top 8? No,
it's not top 8. They made a point to tell everybody this year we're not doing top 8s because apparently last year it went
too long.
It went long, and it's probably still going to go long. But
so top 6 would be
losers, semifinals, and then winners.
It'd be winners finals.
It'd be winners finals, losers semifinals,
losers quarterfinals.
Losers quarterfinals, yeah. So we'll do the losers quarterfinals, then probably winners finals, then losers semifinals, losers final, grands. Yeah. But it's funny too because I saw the time allotments for the final day, and Street Fighter's main event. I think it's starting at like 8 o'clock our time.
8 p.m. or 8 a.m.
p.m. I forgot what's going first, but I think it's Tekken that has 3 hours. Like it has the longest time allotment.
Is it the longest game?
Maybe, or
wouldn't
they got a lot to, or they got Smash? A lot of stuff, or they got a lot of stuff to show.
Yeah. Are they doing Smash this year?
No, Smash in there. No. They were already having such a hard time with Nintendo as it was, and then when Sony took over, everyone was pretty sure they're not going to deal with this crap, and they are not. So no Smash, but Killer Instinct is going to be there.
Really?
Microsoft Games is doing a 10-year anniversary for Killer Instinct there.
That's cool.
Which a lot of folks thought was never going to happen. Microsoft Games was going to be at basically a Sony event. But yeah, I mean it's
Evo.
It's Evo, yeah.
It's not an actual Sony event. Yeah, sure. Sony has a partnership or a stake in it, but
yeah, they're still one of the
Evo.
They're still one of the majority owners. Them and what's her name?
Pokemon.
Yeah. Which I still don't know who she is, but okay.
She used to be like a League of Legends streamer. Now she's like a variety streamer.
Okay. Oh, so she might show up for the
Project Elsa.
Yeah, you never know. But I forgot which has the shortest amount of time. I was like, oh, so they don't have anything to show. That's probably not going to be a big announcement there. But yeah, Tekken. I remember Tekken has like one of the biggest allotments because I think it and Street Fighter either had the same time or had more time. Street Fighter, they're probably going to show Aki.
You think so?
I would assume.
See, she's the next character. I was just thinking about them. Like, well, it'd be really cool to show Aki, but Rashid just came out.
Yeah.
And do they want to give him the limelight?
I mean, he's already there. He's already out. He's kind of old news at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a waste. I mean,
remember their statement, dollar bills, y'all.
Well, yeah.
And they need to sell Rashid. That's why he's out.
I'm sure they'll show something. They'll probably at least talk about Aki, even if it's just.
I'd be happy if they just show her model.
Yeah, no, yeah, I'd be too. But like I said, I believe her and Ed are going to have a bigger impact on the World Tour mode, seeing where the story goes.
Right.
They're more
especially Ed, right?
Especially Ed. But if Aki is who everybody thinks she is, she would have a part in that too.
But so isn't 5 supposed to take place after 3?
No, 5 happened before 3.
Oh, okay.
So all of this
So
is
this
after
would
3.
make sense for Aki.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was confused because I thought because isn't Aki supposed to be
Fang's
apprentice?
Yeah. So she might have something to do with Neo Shadaloo too, but Ed started it, and now this guy JP seems to be doing stuff with it. Is Ed involved with it? Is Ed giving them
because isn't JP
attaboy,
just the accountant? Or he was the accountant?
We don't know. I mean, we don't really know.
Oh, I thought that came out.
If it did, I hadn't heard about it. But there's a lot of talk about the group in the game. And we know that JP has something to do with it, even if he's just laundering money through the fighting game tournament to help fund it, or he's kind of gone rogue and is doing this stuff for himself. We won't really know until Ed comes out and kind of confirms it one way or the other, because storyline wise, after 5, Ed founds this group. So it might come out and Ed is like, what the hell is this guy doing? We have to stop him. Don't know. And Aki might be trying to help him, because if she was with Fang, she has to be a bad guy. I feel like it, but hey, that might be a curveball too. She might be there to help Ed out. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm thinking they might at least show new skins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I'm almost shocked that they don't have big skin packs to sell.
I'm surprised we haven't had any skins.
It's like where's the 17 outfits for Chun-Li? You can't be letting the modders out there be having all the fun. Jeez, where's the bikini outfits for Cammy? I mean, come on.
Everything they have for World Tour, like how do we not have any of this for the regular characters?
Yeah, I mean,
especially the Blancachon or whatever costume. How is that not a costume for Blanca?
Yeah, I mean, as long as they don't put back in the festival suit from 4.
That was like the ridiculous over the top
with the lights and everything, and you couldn't see anything when it lit up. It's like, oh God, I'm blind. Yeah, that would be hilarious if they put that back in. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. It's like, hey, we got skin packs coming out. It's the hot Street Fighter summer pack with all the swim trunks for the boys and the skimpy bikinis for the girls, because Lord knows that's what everybody wants. They'll probably talk about I'm thinking they're going to add the mechanized skins for Guile and Ryu from Exo Primal.
Is that an Exo Primal yet?
I don't know.
I know it came out and we just kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I downloaded it on Game Pass. I still haven't had a chance to play it. But they have to put those in and put it in for everybody. Shoot, why not? But yeah,
give me a metal geef.
Yeah, if we don't see Aki, I'm sure we'll see more DLC stuff, because now's the time to kind of just pick a little more money out of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't seen skins yet.
Yeah, I think that's the next big thing,
especially with how hyped the game came out with.
Yeah. But that kind of shows they spent all that time working on the game.
Yeah,
and then not the extra stuff that they want to sell you yet.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's definitely coming, because if it's anything like 4 and 5, there's going to be skins.
I mean, skins saved 5, really. So, yeah, and then hopefully a new some kind of new fighting game, even if it is MVC4, which would be awesome, but it's not happening. What I'm still hoping against hope for is a 3D fighting game collection. Please. Project Justice. Power Stone.
Who makes that?
Capcom.
Capcom made that?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Power Stone 1 and 2, Project Justice. Hell, I even want the PS1 game in there. Give me Rival Schools. If they can sneak in Street Fighter EX, that would be cool. Probably not though.
Alpha was on the arcade cabinets inside of Battle Hub the other day.
Well, yeah, but Capcom made that. EX games were made by.
I know. I'm just saying.
Rika, but yeah, I saw that. What else? Oh God, I can't believe I almost forgot. Tech Romancer. Oh, that would be so awesome. You would have that game again, officially.
Darkstalkers.
Well, there's no 3D Darkstalkers.
No, I'm just saying.
But
do we hear anything
a new
about
Darkstalkers?
Probably
not.
Probably not. Even though they said that it's coming at some point.
They released that Darkstalkers collection and
it
didn't. Yeah, but they did the thing where companies that don't actually want to do something. Well, we'll release this game that we know you don't want, and based on the sales of that, we'll decide if we'll make the new. Oh, you didn't buy this thing that we know you don't want, so we're not going to make the new one. I hate it when they do that.
Giving us an ultimatum.
although this last fighting game collection. Yeah, although this last fighting game collection did really well for them, and a lot of folks play the Darkstalkers in that, so
yeah,
we'll see.
I played Darkstalkers before, but when that collection came out is when I actually played it.
Oh, I used to love it back in the day. It's particularly 2 and then 3, but we never had 3, any version of what is basically 3 in the arcades down here.
Yeah.
So I had to wait for it to come out on PS1, and I forgot how much I loved that game until I played it in that collection, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how good 3 was. But I wish they would just release like the console version of 3, or even better, the Midnight Tower or Midnight Circus, whatever it was called. The one where it was every character in the game and you can choose which battle system you wanted to play the character under. That was like by far the best one that I still don't understand why they just haven't re-released that.
Who knows?
So,
all right. Well, we got Evo this weekend, and then we'll have a recap of Evo next week when Darius is back.
When is Baldur's Gate out? This week? Wait.
No.
Is it the 4th?
Is it? That'd be Friday.
Oh, man.
I think that, actually, you know what? That sounds right.
Yeah.
But it's already been out for the last 2 years, so.
The finished version that has a whole lot more stuff than the pre-release.
It's been out for the last
version.
October 6th.
No.
That was never mind. This is October 6th, 2020. So it's been 3 years it's been out.
Yeah. I know.
No, it's supposed to be
PC version
August 3rd.
So it is this week.
Yeah, it's on Thursday.
Oh my God.
And September 6th on PS5. Is that true?
Yes.
I didn't know it was coming out on PC or console.
Yes.
Is it only PS5?
Well, the PS5 version is coming out first. They say the Xbox version will be out when it's done. Which means they don't know, but I believe the PS5 is hurrying up and trying to bring it out so it has something to compete against Starfield next month.
I get it. Wait, isn't Starfield August though?
September, like September 12th, I think, something like that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What's coming out August? Something else is coming out big in August.
Armored Core.
Armored Core.
Yeah. And I'm struggling because I can afford both games, but I really only have time to play one, maybe. And I don't even really have time for that because we're creeping closer and closer to tax time.
Talking about between Starfield and Armored Core?
Between Baldur's Gate and Armored Core. Starfield's getting played.
Game Pass.
Yeah. It's going to be on Game Pass, so there's no question about that. But I'm afraid that if I start Baldur's Gate, I won't play anything else until Starfield comes out. So I'm thinking of maybe pushing back Baldur's Gate.
I mean, it's been out for the last 3 years.
And I can play Armored.
How have you not played it yet?
I didn't get into the pre-release version of it because they told me when it came out in pre-release that it'll be out in a year. So 2021 it was going to be out. 2022 it was going to be out. Early 2023 is going to be out. August or September 2023 is going to be out. But then they moved it up to August for the PC. So that was
out. It's easy to move things up when it's already been out.
Yeah. Well, no, it was just the first chapter, but apparently they've added so much more stuff to the final version is going to be unrecognizable from the
first.
Yeah, from what everybody's already played. So that's cool. So I've been waiting for this game clearly for years.
I really enjoyed Baldur's Gate 1 and 2.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 2 is like one of my just
same.
best of all time.
So I'll probably eventually play 3. But probably not this year.
But after the Armored Core stuff that came out this week with the gameplay.
Yeah. because I want to play Armored Core. I definitely want to play
Play Armored
Starfield,
Core now.
and I want to play Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for this year. I think I want to play RPG at some point, Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely getting that just to have it.
And so I don't know when I'll have time for Baldur's, because I do want to play Baldur's Gate 3 at some point.
It's so big.
Right.
So
I don't know if I have time for Baldur's Gate 3.
That's what I'm afraid of too. I feel like Armored Core, I can jump in.
I want to dive into Starfield.
Yeah. And then Starfield, yeah, will be the dive into game.
Yeah. Because I finished Final Fantasy 16, loved it.
I still need to play that. Yeah.
You just finished Tears of the Kingdom like last week?
No.
You still haven't finished it?
So I sat down last Saturday night to do it. I'm not going to bed until I finish this game. Hey, what's this over here? And I'm still side questing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
But now with Baldur's Gate coming out this week.
Nah, you might as well just finish Tears of the Kingdom until Armored Core comes out.
Yeah.
And just play Baldur's Gate next year.
That's probably what's
Catch it on
happening.
Steam sale or something.
I'm probably getting it on GLG, so then I can download a free copy of it and give it to other folks. But
all right, I'll take a free copy. All right, well, that's about it. All the time we have for this week. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube. Give us a 5-star on where you get your podcast. And we'll have Darius back next week, and we'll see you then. Peace.